We are Beer and Chill Podcast.
Podcast where we review TV shows, games, movies, and whatever else takes our fancy.
So what are you waiting for? If you're a cool kid like us, you're gonna listen to the Beer and Chill Podcast. You can get it anywhere from Spotify all the way to your grandmother's radio. My name is Jan.
And I'm Craigie C.
And we are
Beer and Chill.
What's your favorite scary movie?
They mostly come at night. Mostly.
For God's sake, what happened to our eyes?
Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell.
They're here.
Welcome, victim, to the Horr-Gasm podcast. I'm Nick, and with me is our co-host, Ali.
Sup?
Yeah,
So
we're back with more fancy-free recording.
November.
No,
We made it to November.
yay.
Isn't there something like 7 weeks to Christmas or something?
Something like that, yeah. Should do some shopping soon.
So I know I've made plans to go shopping and I'm just like, I don't even want to think about it. I'm like, I'm poor. What do poor people get people for Christmas?
Food stamps? I don't know.
Oh, I'm like in that mindset where I'm like, if I make something, isn't that cute?
That's
I'm 30.
Christmas cards are my gift this year.
Right.
And they'll think, oh, there's money inside. It's like, no, it's just a smiley face. It's
Yay! Just my cute face.
That's right.
I'm going to take Christmas, like Santa photos at the mall. And Ethan and I are wearing like 80s like garb. And we're going to go make like turtlenecks. Cute. Turtlenecks and mom jeans. And we're going to go take pictures with Santa. And that's going to be my Christmas card.
Love it.
Are we
like
excited?
that. I'm excited for that.
I was like, that'll be fun. I can like just, people that I'd normally buy something small for, like coworkers or something, I can just give them a card and be like,
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. Yep.
Because I'm of the mindset that Christmas is more of like a feeling.
So,
right?
Yes. Well, get this. So
I'm ready. I'm getting.
October 31st
Yes.
came here. Was it here? No.
It was like October 31st happens everywhere.
I know. But
I don't know if you.
I'm trying to think. Like I'm trying to plan that day out.
Kidding.
Well, yes, because I came here, I thought I'd do some recording.
Yeah.
I didn't. But I went to Walmart for something. Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to grab some leftover candy.
Hell yeah.
Because I thought maybe there'll be kids shop by. If not, hey, I get some.
Candy.
Walking to Walmart. It's not even the end of the day. It's probably 6 or 7.
Yep.
They're already tearing down Halloween and putting up Christmas stuff. I'm like, you
Absolutely.
can't even give it one night.
Nope.
Walmart, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Like,
They're thinking with their money.
yes.
Because I guarantee
Yes.
Christmas is the most commercialized. Christmas,
100%.
probably Valentine's Day next. Halloween's probably not close behind.
Well, depend. Yeah,
Right?
I think Halloween would beat Valentine's Day.
Really?
Simply for the fact, for expensive Halloween.
And you don't have to be in a
Things.
relationship to celebrate Halloween.
That's true.
Right.
But you want to show off and try and spooky scare the kids and
Spooky skirt.
and show like the neighbors like, oh, I got a big wallet. Look at me buying all the wallet stuff. Look at this wild and wacky, spooky, scary, air inflated witch
Yes.
or ghost.
I love those.
Yeah. Well, your neighbors had it done up right.
So
This year.
amazing.
They were awesome.
They were saying that there were some kids that didn't even want to come onto their porch because they were so scared. So Tara had to meet them at the stairs with candy.
Oh, no.
That's how you do Halloween, right?
That is true. That's true. They had the sounds going. They had it to the walls, to the
Yes.
lines, and they did a great job. And when I walked out, Mike, love it.
Right?
Thumbs up. This is good. They do it every year. They
Yeah.
put on really great.
Yeah. It's always so good. Oh, I love when people just get into the spirit. I don't even really care what holiday it is. If Easter's your thing, go for it.
Yeah.
Really celebrate Easter. There's family that lives on Lorne, and every single holiday they go just crazy with decorations. Like even Canada Day, they put like a million flags on their property. Like I love that.
I don't do it as much, but I remember when I was years ago, I'd you know, for Christmas time I'd go and drive around the city or you know, outlook the hometown and look at the lights.
Yes.
Because that was fun, because everyone had different lights. And in Saskatoon here, they have Brown Street.
Yep.
And the whole, is it street? Brown Street Avenue. Street.
Yep.
The whole thing, or most of them, they put up Charlie Brown Christmas decorations.
There's a few different ones.
There are,
like there's a Hanna-Barbera Street. There's a Simpson Street.
Yes.
There's a bunch. And they're so good.
Now, if only
just
people
love
on
it.
Elm Street here, which is actually close to your place.
Yes.
If only they all had like some good Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right. Every time I walk past, I'm like, tee-hee. I wonder if I'll get a nightmare. Ho, 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 ho. I'm hilarious.
Bring it on.
Oh, God.
Bring it on, Freddy. I've watched the movies. I can be lucid in my dreams. I get superpowers, and I'm now dead.
Yeah.
I'm being sucked into my bed, and blood sprays
I'm gonna
out.
be the whatever, the night warrior. What are they called?
Yep.
Dream warriors.
Dream warriors, yeah. Night Warrior works too. You
It works.
Copyright.
Dream warriors.
Yeah,
I
copyright.
was talking with somebody about that the other day, and I was like, about Dream Warriors, and I was like, that song just hits for me.
I think that was a movie where, again, I forget the rap group, but they had the Nightmare on Elm Street music video.
Yes.
I think that was it.
Yes. Yeah, and they play it at the end of the movie, don't they?
Yes.
Or it's like a special feature.
I think it's a special feature.
Because we
I think
watched it.
Yes.
Of course
So
we
good.
watched it.
So good.
Oh, it's good. It's really, really good.
Did you had a good Halloween?
I did.
Good.
Well, actually, on Halloween night, I went and watched Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage.
What did you think?
I thought it was good. I thought it was, we texted a little bit about this, but I didn't want to like talk until we got on the podcast.
Yeah.
I thought it was too short. It clocked in just a hair over an hour 30. And for like an MCU sort of movie, like for a Marvel movie, it felt really short.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. I didn't feel that short when I watched it.
Really?
I liked it.
I felt like it was just like pushing itself through the movie. I needed some like breathing room.
You know what? Yes, a little bit.
Like when they're fighting and stuff, when Eddie and Venom are fighting, I'm like, let's just breathe a bit here, guys.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it just needed a bit of breathing room. I also didn't love that there was like not a lot of gore, but I get that they do it for ratings and stuff. Like I totally understand, but there's no blood, no gore, and that's like what I love about Venom and Carnage.
Well, I think there was some blood, not so much gore.
No. Like, there's so many heads being bit off, and I don't even get to see a decapitated body. Trash.
And, that was my one, before watch movie complaint. Mm-hmm. Even before, if they're bringing in Carnage, he is notorious for being a very violent character.
Yeah, he's like the Michael Myers of,
yes.
of like
Marvel,
the MCU, right?
Marvel, yes.
He just kills everybody. He doesn't give a shit.
He does. When he first, comes on during the prison breakout scene, it's graphic-ish,
Yes.
the one guy gets the big tongue down the throat.
Yeah.
Sexy. And
sounds like my Friday nights. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding.
Ew.
Oh my god.
But from his previous, from his comic run, he is brutal. Like, you think the Joker, he's almost on par with the Joker.
Right.
With maliciousness, with killing. He doesn't care. He lives to kill.
And there's no reason behind it, which I love. He's
yes.
He's just shitty.
With Cassie, yes, there is.
Oh, really?
Yes, if you watch the movie, you would have paid attention, you get his upbringing.
Yeah, but I mean, you just had a bad upbringing.
He was an abused family. It's kind of similar to Rob Zombie's Halloween version, where Michael was brought up in a very broken home. That's where he was brought up. But instead of just killing his sister, he killed everyone. He killed his father,
grandma,
his mother, his grandma's dog.
Yeah.
He went sent to that school. Him and Shriek in the comics, there wasn't so much a love relationship, but almost infatuation.
Right.
Her more so with him than he vice versa. He just loved to kill.
Yeah.
But they showed that he's like this because he was just brought up terribly.
Right.
And
but like lots of people are, and that's like his reason, I guess, in quotations.
Yeah.
But now he's just like, fuck the world. I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill everybody. And I love that. I love that in a villain where it's not like, I'm gonna take out Spider-Man. It's like, no, I'm gonna kill every single person who looks at me.
Yeah.
I
And
love that.
And I know Tim loves Carnage. Of the
Yes.
Carnage and Venom, Tim is more of a Carnage
Yep.
fella. And good for him. I was
Fair.
like Venom because
Yep.
he was the anti-hero.
Yes,
Carnage
exactly.
is the villain. Carnage,
Yeah.
there's no redeeming Carnage. There's no
Right.
good in Carnage.
And Woody Harrelson did an amazing job
He
as
did.
Cletus Cassidy.
When
I
they,
liked
when
him.
they showed him at the end of the first Venom, people
Yep.
were like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, that's a terrible pick." I'm like,
Is it
no,
though?
no. This guy can act. This
Yes.
guy is good. Give him a chance.
And the girl
And he
who
killed
plays
it.
Shriek is from Pirates of the Caribbean. I clocked her right away. She plays like the witch doctor in Pirates
Yes.
of the Caribbean. I love her. I was so excited.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Her at first, I'm like, well, they're not honestly they're race changing. Well,
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bit of race change. Some I don't say I don't approve, but some don't make sense.
Sure.
Others work. This one worked. At first,
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god, I
no,
thought
okay.
it was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Like same with Domino in
Yes.
Deadpool 2. I'm
Yes.
like, okay, they're throwing a colored woman in the role. That's fine. Okay, whatever.
Love it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just gotta, like for a character, just got to switch the color palette a little bit. Done. Easy.
Yeah, exactly.
I
and
that
love
worked.
that.
That worked. You know, and she did a great job. Yeah, it was great.
I agree. Yeah. I just thought like having not so much like I know Shriek and Carnage from the comics, but I don't know like a ton about them.
Yeah.
So going in like half blind, I thought it was great. Like I thought they did a great
good,
job. They
good.
really embodied the characters.
They did.
They were scary and like manic. Like I love when he's breaking her out and then they go to St. Estes and stuff, and it's just like they're like in this tornado of passion almost, just
Yes.
like destroying things.
And
Oh, it was cool.
another part is, again, the movie, they kind of tried to humanize Cassie a little bit too much.
I know, yeah.
Because him and Carnage had a disagreement,
Yep.
later on. It wanted to kill everyone,
Yep.
including Shriek. He's like, well, no, I like her.
No.
Again, in the comics, Cassidy and Carnage were 100%.
Yes, I read
Together.
that. Yeah.
They, if
They were like, yeah, let's kill everybody.
if Carnage wanted to kill Shriek, Carnage Cassidy would be like, okay, fine, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But whatever, they almost reinforced how, they work together.
Yeah.
But they also in the movie they made Carnage more the driving force of the killing and the rage and the hate. Yeah, it was.
I agree. Yeah.
But also I like with Venom, he kind of takes his own little path in the movie.
Exactly.
And that's right from the comics.
Yep.
Where when Spider-Man was sleeping, when he had the symbiote,
Yep.
Peter's sleeping, he would take it off. This is before they kind of really established
Right.
it was a symbiote, it'd stay on you forever.
Right.
He would take it off and he would just go and jump onto someone and swing around and kind of try and fight crime or something and then come back.
Yep.
And the same thing with Venom would jump to person, but also he would, in the comics, if you have it long enough, you get cancer.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
takes your energy
Yes.
to survive. In the movie, they explained that
They
way.
did, yeah.
With has to have, that's why he loves brains so much. Something in brains that he needs for nourishment to survive, to live. Mm-hmm. That and chocolate,
Chocolate.
which is cool.
Chickens.
Yeah.
That was, I love that. They named their chickens Sonny and Cher. I
do.
cannot eat them.
But it was a great movie. It was
Yes.
really good.
It was funny. It was a little bit scary. It was like thoughtful. It was, I enjoyed it. And like with action movies, which I would obviously consider this an action movie, like a superhero movie.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that it did a perfect job. I go in there just to be entertained.
Same.
The plot doesn't have to be 10 out of 10. The acting doesn't have to be 10 out of 10, even though the acting was fantastic. I just want to be entertained. And I absolutely was. 100%. Yep.
I know that's the one movie that's a guilty pleasure for me, but everyone seems to hate is Wing Commander.
Okay.
I love Wing Commander. I was like, oh, that's a terrible movie. It stars not Robert Downey Jr. The guy's married to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
He stars in it with the guy who plays Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Matthew Lillard.
Yes, those two star in it. Mm-hmm. And I love Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
It's based on the video game Wing Commander, which has Mark Hamill in the games.
Cute.
I love the movie.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's a great kind of sci-fi action, bit of a comedy in there.
Yeah, sure.
I love it. People hate it.
Well, and that's the thing is everybody's, opinions are like assholes and everybody's got one. Like,
Yep.
I love the first Suicide Squad and it is like, critically acclaimed as being a horrible movie. And I'm like, but I had fun.
Yeah.
Were there parts of the movie I don't like? Of course. Like, I'm not an idiot.
And people don't get that.
Yeah. I just like it. It was just fun. I was entertained.
And you get the, I want to say nerds. I don't, 'cause I'm totally one. But
People who gatekeep things.
Yes.
This is what I have a struggle
with. The very
with.
passionate fans like,
Yeah.
well, and put the glasses up the
it's not,
it is not
in the comic books.
It's not comic accurate.
Yeah.
This character does not act like that. He does not act like this.
They actually got the color of her shirt wrong, so
Yes. But I
I'm not
will
going to watch
say
it.
the one thing they definitely screwed up was Joker.
I was going to say, I know what you're going to say already.
hate that version of Joker.
See, and I don't. I just like everybody, doing their own thing. Was it my favorite? No, but I don't hate it. I don't mind. I like everybody doing their own thing.
I think they tried too hard to.
And he's hardly
change.
in it.
He
so
is, thankfully.
Whatever.
I guess he had this huge thing about there's more of him in there and they cut it out. He was mad. But now, the actor, Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's now in Morbius. The new trailer came out.
I don't stand Jared Leto. He's crazy.
I've heard, he's a jerk. He's he thinks he's all that and bag of potato chips.
Yeah, I don't like him, so I probably won't see Morbius or Morpheus or whatever.
Morbius.
Yes.
That's fine.
I just watched the
that's
trailer
fine.
and I was like, ugh.
It's the big question is, where is it in the MCU? Is it MCU? Is it in the old Spider-Man?
yeah.
Is it in Venom universe? I'm like, well, does it matter?
Yeah.
Because I want to say there's a good after credit scene in Venom 2. I'm not gonna spoil because it's still not out, but it opens the door for him immensely.
Yes. He's going to be in more things,
Which
is exciting.
He could be. We'll see. Who knows what they have planned yet?
Exactly. They have an idea.
They do.
We don't have any idea.
We're
just two weirdos talking about things we like.
Totally. Also, before we go into the movie we watched today, I want to mention that we are now, our Twitch is up.
Woo!
We're twitching.
We're streaming. We're streaming and twitching.
I've had a couple of streams already, just doing the testing.
We got some followers. We got some watchers.
Yes.
This weekend we're going to do a stream. It's going to be heckin' fun.
Yes. We don't have an exact schedule yet. We'll have one set up.
Yeah, we're still working out kinks. So.
Yes, I'm still waiting for some parts to come in to finish our audio, which was a nightmare to set up. I got it. But
if you want to see us be scared and drink alcohol and see cleavage, and I can provide all of that. So feel free to stop by.
Yeah. Cleavage.
You're like,
wait.
Nick's like, I gotta go buy push-up bra, BRB.
I do. And a couple razors.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll get you worked out.
We're waxing strips. But no, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
It is. So far, we've kind of focused on Phasmophobia.
Yep.
I tried to play Slender.
Mm-hmm.
It is god awful. It is terrible.
Rip.
I got lost.
Mm-hmm.
I got sick of it and I threw on Friday the 13th, which is fun. I forgot
so
how fun that game is. So expect for now Phasmophobia, some Friday the 13th. Maybe we'll
erratic schedule until we work out all the kinks, then we'll be streaming.
I'm thinking we'll do maybe Monday, Tuesday.
Yep.
Skip Wednesday. Maybe alternate Thursday, Fridays, and then try to do weekends. I don't know.
That sounds amazing.
We'll try. We'll try to get more people to come and watch.
Woo!
Please come watch.
Come hang out.
We'll also set a time.
We have fun.
Yeah, right now we're kind of streaming more the evening.
Yep.
Our time, which is Central Mountain.
Central, yep. Not Mountain, just Central.
Okay, Central.
Yep. Central Standard.
Thank you. I know we have lots of viewers or listeners in India.
Yep.
Over there, other side of the world. cool. We have people in the States listening.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We need to rebuild our fan base. But no, please come check us out on Twitch at Horr-Gasm Games.
Horr-Gasm Games. I say it at the end of every episode. If you forget, all of season 2 has the name at the end of the episode. So you can, don't skip right to the end. Like, listen, because it's fun. But you can, listen at the end and it's all one word, Horr-Gasm Games.
Yes.
So I'll say it again in 40 minutes.
Awesome. And also we're planning down the road for when we do our recording for a podcast, we'll go start doing it not so much live, but we're going to include the viewers. So if you want to come and watch us record and even be a part of it, if you want some questions, you want some recommendations,
sure,
we will have that available. We're planning that down the road.
Because we can do it live, like just stream us doing it. Not so much live in quotations, but stream us doing it, because it doesn't matter if we have to stop and the dogs bark, right?
Well, we're going to do like a record, but we'll have our viewers be here and kind of watch us record.
Exactly.
And if they want to partake and be involved, awesome. I encourage that so much.
Absolutely.
So we can talk to our viewers, talk to our victims.
Ooh.
But speaking of victims, we watched
Leon, the Professional, for our fake Horr-Gasm day.
Which is a good way after Halloween, do a fake Horr-Gasm.
Cleanse the palate.
That's right.
Get back into horror movie. Even though I watched a really good horror movie today. Shit, we didn't talk about that. That's okay. Next time I'll talk about it.
What was it called? Remember.
Welcome to Ghostland. Something. It was on Netflix.
Okay.
I actually forget the name. And I also watched. Oh fuck! I'll look it up. We're gonna get into Leon the Professional.
Okay, but also before we go, I have one thing to say. I finally watched Antlers.
Yes.
Finally, after a year plus, it was okay. But you know what? We'll get into that next week. I'll talk more about Antlers.
We already got stuff to talk about for next
week.
We
got to talk about Leon the Professional.
All right, let's do it.
I told you. Betty, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
All right, so this week we watched Leon the Professional. It's a 1994 movie, directed and written by Luc Besson. Jesus, Alana. Besson.
Jesus.
Amazing cast.
Amazing cast. As we're watching it, and I was looking at the credits and all that. So Luc Besson. Yeah. He also directed The Fifth Element.
Yeah, which is our lady love.
Oh yes. He also hired the same sound guy.
Yes.
For music.
Yeah, it said that in the trivia.
I picked that up right away.
The music in this movie.
The tone, the way he made it.
Unreal.
You can hear the similarity between that and the Fifth Element soundtrack.
Absolutely.
And it's great.
It's
another
so
reason
good.
why I love this movie.
For sure. I really liked it. I'm happy we watched it. I've never seen it.
This is your first time.
Yes.
That's right. Well, where did you first hear about The Professional?
I heard about it. I was talking to somebody on Tinder, I think, and they mentioned that they loved this movie. And I was like, I don't get, they just called it The Professional. And I was like, I've never heard of that. And I'm like, oh, it's that Natalie Portman movie where there's all that controversy. And I had never seen it because I was like, maybe I'll just hard pass on it.
There wasn't that much controversy.
But I really liked it. I liked how they did it. It was very, very tasteful.
Yes.
And this is the thing where I just need to watch things instead of taking other people's, which is what I usually do. But,
Yep.
What are you doing over there? Are you picking shit off?
No.
Are you breaking stuff?
Yes.
Victims. Nick is breaking stuff.
I didn't mean to.
I don't care.
I think it would do a break.
I'm pretty sure they're all broken.
I thought it'd do a bend and it did a crack. I'm like,
just cracking my placemat. All of a sudden I saw your eyes go wide. I'm like, what did you do? I thought it was the dog.
Yes, I bent the dog and it cracked it.
You're breaking my dogs? They probably deserve it, but what did they do?
No.
I'll deal with them accordingly. No, it was really good, and I'm really glad that we watched it. Yeah,
I've shown a few people this movie for the first time, and everyone has loved it.
Absolutely. Well, it's got an 8.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
It should be a 9.5.
What?
It's such a good taste. Like I said, very tasteful considering the content. Natalie Portman's her first movie ever.
She did such a good job.
She killed it. You wouldn't even believe that's her first movie ever.
No.
And you can see why she has earned herself an Academy Award.
Why she's Queen Amidala,
yes.
you know.
Oh yes, this woman is a beautiful person and an amazing actress.
Yes, I agree.
I love
so
her.
much.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
Also, it's got the amazing Gary Oldman.
Love.
Who again? Oh, he's in Fifth Element.
No,
How
look at
about
that. Oh.
But no, this
He
guy's
plays Zorg.
yeah.
Zorg.
Emmanuel, something Zorg. I think. You know, I now I feel ashamed because I don't know his full name from
full
the Fifth
name.
Element.
I'm like, I got one word.
I got
for
two.
me.
Yeah, I forget.
No, it's such an interesting movie. Yeah, I liked the premise, the setup, the music, the camera angles,
It's
everything.
a very 90s movie.
Yes.
And it's so good.
Yes.
So good. Also, it's and I'm jumping ahead here doing
Yep.
the cast, but I was want to talk to these cast because they're so good.
Yes.
Jean Reno, who stars in this.
So
He is
good.
such an underrated actor.
I agree. He does a lot of supporting roles.
He does. He was in Godzilla.
Yep.
And at the, when was this? It was early 2000s. There was a game. It was a game series called Onimusha.
Okay.
They chose him, and it's a very, very Japanese, series.
Sure.
But they added him as a character in the game.
Oh.
In one of the games. I think it's the third one.
Yeah.
As, himself, kind of.
Cool.
I think they kind of based off the professional, but no, I never did get that game, but I always wanted to get it because, oh my God, it has Jean Reno in it. I love Jean Reno.
Yes.
And I never did. I saw it, I'm like, I should buy it, I'll buy it later. And then I never did. But he had such a amazing career. Like, I'm going to do a quick pub with some of his movies because I should know more of what he's in.
I think he's in Pink Panther.
Yep, bingo. I was looking at that one. Mission Impossible.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of more because he's French. A lot more French movies, but he was in The Da Vinci Code. I didn't know that. I'll have to watch that movie now.
Yeah.
Again. Just going through more of more big time movies he may have been in.
Yeah.
He was He was Porco Rosso in Porco Rosso, which is a Studio Ghibli movie animation. In the French dub. Sorry.
Yes, of
he was
course.
in the French dub. But still, good for him.
Nice.
He did the voice of Shadow in the French version of Homeward Bound.
For sure.
He was Mufasa in The Lion King French dub.
Of course.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
No more
Pays
French.
the bills, I'm sure.
Yeah, Ronin. He was in Ronin.
Yep.
Which also starred
Keanu Reeves. Isn't that it?
No.
Oh.
No, it's a different one. This is with
47 Ronin is the one I'm thinking
of.
of.
Al Pacino. Yeah. Onimusha 3 Demon Siege, 2003.
Woo!
He was Jacques Blanc.
Oh.
What else? Might have to skip him now and do the cast.
Me as well. I think that's basically next anyways.
It is. He's done a lot of voice work for French dubs.
Yes.
And a lot more French movies. He reprised his role in live action Lion King. French
there you
dub.
go.
So no, he's done a lot of great movies.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love this actor. He is such an amazing actor.
Well, let's get into the cast.
Okay then.
Whoop, whoop.
Jean Reno as Leon. Natalie Portman as Matilda Lando.
Yep.
Time out. Hold on. Just a fucking second here.
Okay.
Her last name in the movie, her character, Matilda Lando.
Oh.
There's a character named Lando in the Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Aww.
And she is in Star Wars as Princess Amidala.
Of course. Queen Amidala,
Queen.
first off.
Well, sorry, yes. Sorry, Prince.
Better get your story straight.
I'm excited all of a sudden. I found a connection I never knew existed until now. Wow, okay.
Cool.
That's a cool little connection there. The amazing, fantastic, lovely...
Brilliant,
thank
thoughtful,
you.
caring, overwhelming,
Gary Oldman.
Yes.
As Norman Stansfield.
He is for me, one of my favorite actors of all time.
And
hands down.
And the funny thing is, this is in 94.
Yep.
Watching this, he looks stupid young.
So young, because I'm used to him being like an old man.
Yep. You take him from the Batman movies.
Yep.
He was...
Gordon, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Yep.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Take that for he was the Dark Knight. Yeah, the Dark Knight ones. take that to from now to then.
Yep.
Whew.
I know.
He has aged beautifully.
Well, in 1994, so I was 3 years old when this movie came out.
I was 10.
And I'm 30 now, so he's doing a fantastic job.
Yep. Awesome. We also have Danny Aiello as Tony, and he's more of the broker, the guy who's the middleman.
Yes, exactly.
Who, people go to him for a job, and he calls on Leon. Leon comes and gets his orders from him.
Yes, he runs like a shop, sort like a little cafe sort of thing, doesn't he? Yeah.
Michael Badluco as Matilda's father. Mm-hmm. Ellen Green as Margie Lando, Matilda's stepmother. Peter Appel as Mulkey. Mm-hmm. Adam Bush as Manolo. Joseph Malerba as Stairway Swats. I don't know why he needs to be added here.
Yeah,
but okay.
why not?
And then the rest are just
extras.
Pretty much.
Extra peeps. For one scene or two.
Yeah. For getting killed. Getting
heckin' shoosted.
Yep.
Nice. Well, it's good. Yeah, good cast.
Great cast.
Awesome cast. Yeah, I'm glad we watched this.
This is such a good movie. This is one that you should watch.
Absolutely. Like especially because it's fake Horr-Gasm month. And it's nice because there was lots of killing and stuff too. Mm-hmm. So it felt, very much in the vein.
Very.
But even if you're not a big action movie person, I would totally watch this because I'm not a huge action movie person, but this ticked like all the boxes for me to make it like enjoyable.
It wasn't all action. There's some nice
bit of lulling,
some story building, some world building, some character driven storylines.
Yep, some moving, some plant watering.
Yes,
it's good. Some
acting.
Yes,
it's great. When they're doing the acting scenes where they're trying to, who is this actor I'm pretending to be? So
yes,
it's
they're
good.
Adorable.
Just good.
Yes, it's just really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good choice. Good choice, Nick. Good job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, should we get into the plot?
I think so.
Let's plot it up.
All right. So, Leon is an Italian hitman, or cleaner, as he refers to himself.
I love that where whenever they talk about it, Natalie Portman's like, teach me how to clean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to learn how to clean. And I'm like, oh my God, we're talking about different things.
Well, the cool thing is... Kenny Omega, the professional wrestler from Canada, great wrestler, one of the best in the world. He got his really major character change when he became the cleaner in Japan.
Interesting.
That's his character because they had the Bullet Club.
Yep.
And they're more of a kind of not hitman, but they all had you had the Machine Gun, Carl Anderson. You had other different kind of pseudonyms for the characters, and now came the cleaner, Kenny Omega.
Cool.
And he would come to the ring with a broom and sweep, and he'll be the cleaner.
Cute.
Awesome.
Aww.
But
I think there's actually a movie called The Cleaner or something like that with Samuel L. Jackson.
Maybe.
I'm sure I watched it.
No, probably. I don't remember. I don't know if I've seen it. So Leon is a cleaner, as he refers to himself, in New York City's Little Italy, working for a mafioso named Old Tony.
Old Tony.
Yep.
There's always like Old Tony, Fat Tony, Small Tony.
Yeah.
Little Tony.
One leg Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two toes Tony.
3 nipple Tony. Yeah. And for being French, he can pull off Italian beautifully.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Again, it shows. I don't know if it's much difference. I don't think there's much of a difference.
No.
There is. Well, there is in essence. But his, you believe he's Italian.
For sure.
He's not like, an American thrown on an Italian accent.
Yes.
No, he's like, you believe that he's Italian.
Yes, I agree.
So again, Jean Reno kicking ass as usual. One day, Leon meets Matilda Lando, a lonely 12-year-old girl. Matilda lives with her dysfunctional family in an apartment down the hall and has stopped attending class at her school for troubled girls. And it's her biological father, her stepmother, her stepsister, who's a bitch, and I think it's her brother.
Yes, it's her brother.
Her biological brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it would be like her half brother, right? Because it would be.
I guess.
Right?
It's not,
something like that.
But of all of them, she loves her little brother.
Of course,
That's the one who she takes care of and all that.
Yes, her little brother is like everything to her.
Yes. Matilda's abusive father, and he's abusive. He gives her slaps, and he's a dick. Attracts the ire of corrupt DEA agents who have been paying him to stash cocaine in his apartment.
Yes.
After
So sad.
Yes, but again, 90s, it's so some people made by. That's how they got by. It's sad, but this is how some people live.
Yeah, crooked cops and all that
well, it's bad.
right?
But the people who are doing this stuff for them just to make things...
Exactly, just make ends meet, yeah.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. After they discover he had been stealing the cocaine, DEA agents storm the building, led by sharply dressed drug addict Norman Stansfield.
Yes.
And this is cool. So when they first go in, they're asking about him. He's there listening to music. He loves Bach or Beethoven, all the classics. And before he goes and does his thing, he takes a pill.
Yes.
Puts his mouth, cracks it, and his reaction to it.
I was reading in the trivia, it's like an upper and a downer at the same time. Like it pulls you down, but then boosts you right up, like a psychedelic almost. Yeah. I love that.
It's great. Again, great acting. And also during this day when they come and attack, Matilda's watching, her sister doing like the old 90s aerobics on TV. And she turns to cartoons. And what's the cartoon she watches? Transformers.
Hell yeah.
Atta girl.
It's the best.
Every time I'm like, yes.
Oh, this
girl's got great taste in cartoons.
I watched The Shining and Dr. Sleep not that long ago. And when they played the Roadrunner song, I can still sing every word to the theme song.
Nice.
I was like, oh, that's my life.
Yeah. During the raid, Stanfield murders Matilda's entire family while she is out shopping for groceries. Yes and no. He kills the father.
Yeah.
He kills the mother. He kills a stepsister. But one of his goons, one of the other agents, the dreadlocked guy, the dreadlocked guy, he kills the boy. Which is too bad because he's trying to run. He's hiding on his bed. He tries to run. The father comes in with a shotgun, kills one of the officers, and then the guy I forget his name, just starts shooting wildly with his Uzi. And sadly, he kills the boy.
Oh my God. Is that the guy that was in the hallway that was trying to shoot them when they tried to walk out? Remember there's one guy?
Yes, he's out there just kind of waiting. Because you all know that Stanfield's he's
crazy.
He's whack.
Yeah.
And
he's a loose cannon, as you were.
Oh, yes. It's interesting.
Oh, is that the word we're going to use? Interesting?
Well, I am. I am totally.
He's something. He's something.
He is something.
God, people.
But which I was she's getting groceries for basically Leon.
Yep.
Because he walks up after, and also we start off. We see him doing his job.
Yep.
We see Leon cleaning.
Yes.
And it's this drug lord.
Yes.
Having some fun time with prostitute, I'm guessing, all that. And Leon comes in, wipes out all his men, and he was told not to kill, but just to scare him.
Yep.
And he was in the shadows, had him by the throat with a knife, called this number, he talked to, also we find out Leon can't read.
Yes.
That's a plot point, but I'll get into that. And he disappears into the shadows just as fast. And it shows how good he is.
Crazy,
it sets up just how a professional Leon is.
He actually is,
He is great.
Yes.
Like he is feared.
He's good at what he does.
And we also learned that later on Stanfield, like they know about, if they see, when he found out that the Leon is one after them, they know it's, they're in trouble. They gotta,
exactly.
I'll get into it. So I just want to talk about that. Let's move.
Yes.
So when Matilda returns, she realizes that what has happened just in time to continue down the hall to Leon's apartment. He hesitantly gives her shelter.
Oh, this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie where she's just standing at the door crying, like begging him to let her into the apartment.
Yeah.
And it's just like you can feel how scared she is. Like she's literally walking past bodies of her family. And she's just like, please let me in. Please let me in.
Yeah, she walks by.
He's like,
I don't think she sees her father. I don't think she does. She might. I forget. Yeah. But she walks down. She's there.
I think she sees one of them, I'm sure.
I think it's her sister.
Yeah, that's what I think it is too. Yeah.
But she's at the door buzzing, and she's crying, please, you can tell the panic, she doesn't want to die.
Well, for sure. And Leon was watching, so he kind of heard what was happening.
Yeah, and he isn't sure what to do. Like, he has a gun with him. He's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Finally, he lets her in.
Yes.
Which is crazy. And then they find, there's missing a girl.
Yes.
And the guy goes to the door, and Leon, he's eyeing him up with the gun.
Yes.
If I shoot him, may I get him? And then Matilda turns on Transformers, and he's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And they leave. Matilda quickly discovers that Leon is a hitman after she snoops.
Yes.
And she begs him to take care of her and to teach her his skills, as she wants to avenge the murder of her 4-year-old brother. She asks, you're a cleaner? He's like, yep. I want to hire you to kill these men.
Yep. She's like, how much do you charge?
He's like, $5,000 a head?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's like, well, no money.
Nope.
And then, so.
Yeah. So
then
she's like, well, then teach me how, and I'll do it myself.
He's like, well, fine. At first, Leon is unsettled by her presence and considers murdering her. But he eventually trains Matilda and shows her how to use various weapons. That's great, because the first night, because he sleeps he's sitting in a chair, his gun next to him, and he has his shades on.
Yes.
You can tell he's bought it because he gets up and he goes right to with his gun right to her. She's sleeping in his bed, which he never uses except to exercise.
Right.
Puts the gun to her head. And it's a good 5 seconds. He's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulls away. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't because of his creed. He tells her there's 2 rules.
Yep.
Well, 1 rule.
1 rule.
No women or children.
Yep.
So he kind of considers like, fine, I'll train her, but.
And he brings that up later when he meets people. It's like, no women and children.
That's right. So they go to a hotel for now, and he starts training her how to shoot and all that, how to clean weapons, drink milk every day, don't swear, don't smoke.
Yeah.
She takes her to a rooftop and with a practice gun, like a paintball gun.
Yeah.
And he's like, pick a target, and she I think she was the mayor. Going for a run.
Yes.
And she shoots him, not a kill shot, but it's in the lower guts.
Yes.
And
he would have died a painful death.
Yes.
Oh, anytime you get those guts and ricochets and bolts in there.
Yeah, that's not good.
You're not living. Ugh.
But his security, they jump
him.
And
they'll jump on him.
Protecting him. He's like, I'm fine. And like, how is that? He's like, good, let's leave.
Yes.
He sees, that's.
Yes.
She picked it.
Let's
go. It's a big, high target. So like,
yes. Oh, it's funny.
In exchange, she runs his errands, cleans his apartment, and teaches him how to read, which is huge because he can't read.
Right.
Because she'll go, read this. He's like, I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
In time, the pair form a close bond. Matilda looks up to Leon and quickly develops a crush on him, often telling him she loves him, but he refuses to reciprocate. Going through the trivia, and I always believe this too, when you see Leon, he plays it as a slow person.
Right.
Not challenged, but just he's not the brightest crayon in the box.
Right, which is probably part of the reason why they get along so well, right? Because he's like, probably developmentally delayed, especially if he can't read.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yes.
So.
And I think this is the first woman, or I don't say woman, girl that actually had any interest in him. And I think he knows well enough, it's not to act on it. Although in all your scripts, there was a sex scene.
Yep.
But it was treated tastefully. But I don't know if you can tastefully do
can you tastefully be a pedophile?
Sex scene. No.
And I'm so glad that they didn't go down that avenue because it would not have aged well to begin with. And it's just creepy.
It is.
Even reading it, I got the icks when I was reading
it. But it's one thing for, have the adult have a thing for the underage child and that's pedophilia.
Yeah.
But for the young one, to after the adult, that's rare.
Oh,
and you don't see that. And that's what this makes it kind of very tasteful because she's the one who's kind of not forcing the feelings, but she's the one who's being more expressive of it.
Yeah, and forward.
And he doesn't know exactly. Yes, forward.
Yeah.
And he is not sure what to do about it.
Right.
And he doesn't do a thing about it.
Right, which is what you should do, is do nothing about it or remove yourself from the situation.
Exactly. And I've always seen this more as he sees her as like a daughter.
Right, but I mean, like, in the trivia, if they would have had a sexual relationship, that's what's fucked up, right?
Yes.
Because she is, the reason that there's an age of consent is because if you're under that age, you can't make decisions for yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
I agree.
So that's the thing.
And
where
I'm
it's
glad
like,
too. I'm glad
exactly how they played it out.
It wouldn't have really added much. It would just would have been.
I agree.
It would have been more like not a shock, but like a slap in the face.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
the viewers, like, oh yeah, slap. This is happening.
Yeah,
And
surprise.
people will be like, I don't like this.
No, absolutely.
But no, I'm glad they didn't. They needed I like how they played it out. She has a crush on him. She says she loves him. She calls him her lover.
Yes.
To
She tells the hotel
guy.
clerk. Yeah.
Yeah, because he said, this is my father. You do the whole father-daughter thing to
Yeah.
get in. Yeah, he's not my dad. He's my lover. Like, she's also...
She's like a troublemaker. Like, she does it for attention.
She is. But
Yeah.
she's also, shock.
And I think that that's part of the reason why I'm glad that they left that sort of infatuation in there.
Yeah.
Is because it shows, like, sort of a part of her character. Like, she's never felt loved. And Leon showing her affection and just being with her.
Yes.
Like, being with her, training her, all that kind of stuff. She mistakes that for, like, romantic love, where it's more like family love, right?
I agree, yes.
Yeah.
And also, it's not, is it the Florence Nightingale? No. That's when you fall in love with the person you're taking care of. It's like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Stockholm Syndrome.
Thank you, Stockholm.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. She's also, the girl's in shock. She has definitely
For sure.
PTSD
Yeah.
from her abusive...
family dying, yeah.
Family dying and the abusiveness.
Yes.
She couldn't give two shits about her father, stepmother, stepsister, hated them. They were terrible to her. But her brother was the one that she cared the most about.
Yeah.
And because that was taken from her, I think that was then transferred over to her savior,
Yes.
Leon.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's very deep.
Yeah.
This is a very, very, very deep movie.
It is, yeah. I was
and
surprised because, like I said, when I read about it, I was like, oh, okay, we're going to get some creepy pedophilia going on. Nothing like that.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
And again, I think it works because Leon does not
Act
reciprocate
on it.
it.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. The closest thing is near the end, but again, we'll get to that when he's trying to help her. He's getting her to escape.
Yes.
And he he admits to, I love you. I think that was also to get her to leave.
For sure.
But there's also a huge change to his character because of her.
Absolutely. And he, like, learns to read. He learns,
He learns to read. She made his life not just...
Yeah, and he's like, I
kill.
want to sleep in my bed again. Like, I want to have a life. And it's like,
I want to have roots. I want to have...
Yes.
Yes.
That's sweet.
It is. Now, if I'll talk about this after.
Yes.
Okay, so when Leon heads out for an apparent assignment, Matilda fills a bag with guns from Leon's collection and sets out to kill Stansfield.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Go
goes
take
to
him
her
out.
place. She goes to her place.
Oh, Molly's mad.
Oh,
Like, I'm going to take that Stanfield out, too.
that's right. She goes to her old apartment and she gets some money out from a hidden little floorboard.
Yep.
And she's going to use that to pay off Leon.
Yes, exactly.
But I don't know where that money goes. I think they use it to get that apartment.
Sure.
Because they go from hotel, after getting kicked out of a hotel,
Yep.
they go to another apartment.
Yes.
She bluffs her way into the DEA office by posing as a delivery girl, only to be ambushed by Stansfield in a bathroom. One of his men arrives and announces that Leon had just killed Malky, one of the corrupt DEA officers in Chinatown that morning.
Yes, exactly.
I guess it's a great scene with Stansfield and Matilda. She's in the bathroom looking for him. He's behind the door, peeks out.
Yes.
And then he just beautifully goes, just his acting with her. Just the pill crack and the way he acts. It's awesome. This is it's a very, very, very powerful scene.
It is. And it's so well done, but that's Gary Oldman.
Yes.
Kills it every
100%,
time.
100%.
Every time.
Yep. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Leon, after discovering her plan in a note left for him, rescues Matilda, killing 2 more of Stansfield's men in the process. An enraged Stansfield confronts Tony, who is violently interrogated for Leon's whereabouts. This is when they find out who it is.
Yes, exactly.
Because she tells you, I have someone who's going to come kill you.
Yep.
He's like, well, whatever. And then you go and find out who it is exactly. After Leon goes and kills, like, he goes into a DEA building.
Yeah, yes.
He goes into, with no regard for his own well-being and gets her out. Easily. Mm-hmm. Like, he is that damn good. Like, he's a pro. There's probably no one better than him.
Exactly.
That night, Leon tells Matilda about how he became a cleaner. When Leon was 18 in Italy, he was in love with a girl from a wealthy family. Mm-hmm. I don't remember this part.
I don't either. I was like, did I sleep through this part?
I don't know if we watched. There's two versions. There's a theatrical and there's an extended. I think we watched the theatrical.
Sure.
The two made plans to elope, but when the girl's father discovered her relationship, he killed her out of anger. Oh my God. Leon killed the father in revenge and fled to New York, where he met Tony and trained to become a cleaner. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that.
Him and Tony talk like a touch, but I didn't think that they went into that much detail.
Well, I think he tells it to Matilda.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
because in the show, Tony's like, oh, I saved you, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, Tony's kind of, he gets his money from Leon. Like, Leon is his boy. He trained him, like, I'm guessing he's in his 30s or 40s in this movie.
Yep.
So he's known Tony for 25 to 30 years.
Absolutely, yeah.
And all the money, like Tony holds on to all the money that Leon makes and gives to him when he needs it.
Yes. He's like a bank in quotations.
And there's, if it's 5,000 a head.
Yep.
Oof, like Leon's not poor.
No.
But he doesn't use his money.
No. Except for milk.
Except for milk, yes. Later, when Matilda returns home from grocery shopping, an NYPD ESU team sent by Stansfield captures her and attempts to infiltrate Leon's apartment.
Yes.
Yeah, they find out who it is, so they... Yeah. I think this is the part where they ask who should to bring, and Leon and not Leon. Stansfield tells them everyone.
Yes.
What do you mean everyone? And he shouts out everyone, and apparently, if you take just everyone, just plain old everyone. And he told the sound guy, "Take your headset off."
Yes.
And he screamed it, everyone, which I'm going to use. I'm sure people have heard it. I use it for the little clip.
Yes.
Because this is the most well-known, one of the most quotable lines in all the movies. So
it was good. Yeah, I knew of it, and I also another one I talked about this on the last episode is like from Seven, What's in the Box.
Yes.
I hear that everywhere now.
Yeah.
What's in the box? Yeah. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, but this is one of the best. I guess I also went into the conventions and all that. People want to redo the scene with him.
Thing, yeah.
So, I don't blame him. It's a great line. And that's just in the law. This was Oldman just ad-libbing.
Yes.
Great. Before Leon, blah. I can't read. Leon ambushes the ESU team and rescues Matilda. The thing is, though, they have a secret knock.
Yes, exactly.
I think the original one was knock, 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 knock.
Yes.
And when she tells them because they grab her, is there a secret, is he in there? She's like, yes. Right. She nods yes. Is there a code? She's like, yes. And she knocks. I forget the code she puts, but it's Morse code for die.
Yeah.
And they go in, they do the knock, and he shoots the first guy in there.
Yes.
Which is great. Leon gets hit once, but he keeps going.
Absolutely.
And of all places, he's hiding above the door.
Yeah.
Like you can see him doing his sit-ups. It pays off.
Finally, yeah.
Sit-ups pay off.
I love those scenes where they're like up in like the rafters and it's like pew pew pew.
Yeah.
In action movies. Yeah. It's real cool.
And the cool is so he rescues Matilda, gets her back in the room.
Yeah.
Kind of barricades the door a bit, and you can see, like they're on probably the 4th, 5th floor of this apartment building.
Yes.
There is SWAT down the stairwell. All the way to the bunk floor. So when he said everyone, they brought everyone. I'm guessing there's at least 50 guys. 50 SWAT, at least.
Absolutely.
50 men
That's
for
crazy.
one guy.
But makes sense. He's crazy. Yeah.
Well, he's that.
He's that good.
He has that reputation of being dangerous.
Yes.
And not just, he'll get a couple of us. He would kill them all.
It's like a main character in a video game that takes out hundreds of people, you know? Yeah. And you're like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Well, this is real life. you know?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Leon creates a quick escape from Matilda by smashing a hole in the air shaft. He tells her to meet him at Tony's place in an hour and tells her that he loves her. Moments before the police blow up the apartment. Get a little Wikipedia. They shoot like a rock in there and blow it up. And he ducked out of the way after a nice little, scream, which is very dramatic.
Yes.
A little too dramatic, but whatever. Again, it's amazing acting.
Totally.
Using the ensuing chaos as cover, a grievously wounded Leon sneaks out of the building, disguised as an ESU officer. Mm-hmm. He goes unnoticed by everyone except Stansfield, who follows him and shoots him in the back. Back of the head. Hello.
Yeah.
As Leon dies, he presses a grenade pin in Stanfield's palm, saying that is from Matilda. Stanfield opens Leon's vest to find a cluster of active grenades, which probably detonate, killing Stansfield and probably a bunch of other...
And probably everybody else.
And it's almost similar to Fifth Element because his character and Bruce Willis never meet once.
Exactly.
In this, they meet once, and that's all it's needed.
I also blows up in The Fifth Element.
Oh, that's right, he does too.
He sure does.
Oh my God, he does too.
Gary Oldman just does the big bada booms.
He big bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Big bada big boom. Matilda goes to Tony as Leon had told her to do earlier. And also we had a scene where he's talking to Tony and he's talking about his money saved up.
Yes.
He's like, if I die, give it to her.
Yes, exactly.
And he's like, well, okay. Matilda tries to convince Tony to hire her, but Tony flatly refuses to hire a 12-year-old girl.
Yes.
And tells Matilda that he had been instructed by Leon to give his money to her if anything happened to him. Mm-hmm. He gives her $100 from Leon's funds as an allowance.
Yes.
Like $100.
Yeah.
Come on. And sends her back to school, where the headmistress readmits her after Matilda reveals what had happened to her. Which is funny because she's like, oh, my parents died in a car accident.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'll believe you if you tell me the truth. So she explains.
Yeah, she's like, so my family was murdered by dirty cops, and then a hired killer took me in and trained me. I fell in love with him. Yeah. Yeah, and he killed him for me, and now I'm here. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yes. Matilda walks onto a field near the school to plant Leon's houseplant. Ashley had told Leon that he should give it roots.
Yes.
Another thing is, he doesn't care. Before he meets Matilda, all he cared about was milk.
Yep.
His plant, which he took care of he was his best friend.
Yes, exactly.
He said, this is my best friend.
Yep.
And going to the movies and watching old movies. Mm-hmm. And killing people.
Yes.
The end.
Woo!
The end.
The end. Leon the Professional.
There was a sequel planned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Matilda.
I read this. Yeah, yeah.
But when Luke Besson left, I think it was New Line.
Something like that.
Yeah, they grabbed onto this with an iron fist.
Yes.
And they didn't want to give anyone
the rights.
Any right or nothing to it. So I guess they did make so Luke Besson what was that?
Columbiana?
Yes. That was based on the sequel. Mm-hmm. So if the closest thing to a sequel to this, starring Matilda, is Columbiana.
Yeah.
That's like
I've seen it. It was fine.
I watched a bit of it.
Yeah.
I should give it a good watch. That stars isn't
Zoe, the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, and I'd love to see it because of her.
Can't think of her last name, but she's good. Like, it was good. I remember watching it and enjoying it, but I'd never seen Leon, right? And I didn't know that it was supposed to be a follow-up.
No, I have to watch that now.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
good action movie.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, Nick, how would you rate this movie?
5.
Oh,
this is a 5.
It's a 5. Okay.
This is such a good movie. In my view, this is my childhood. I grew up watching this.
That's cute. Yeah.
I never told you where I first saw this.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh well.
Where'd you first?
I remember. I think a buddy of mine, old friend of mine.
Yep.
Got me into watch this movie, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I never was on TBS when I was younger. I'd watch it.
Absolutely.
I think
this seems like a TBS movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably give it like a 4, I'd say. It was really good, I thought it was a fantastic movie. I really enjoyed all of it. The one point it lost maybe is just because I read the trivia and it could have gotten a little weird.
Yeah.
And like, you know, was it still done perfect? The whole 12-year-old loving a grown man? Probably not. But I think for the time it was really well done.
Oh, yes.
Really, really well done. Yeah, it was a good movie. I'm really glad we watched this for our fake Horr-Gasm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good choice. Definitely a good choice. And we watched, I know we've talked it to death, but we have watched The Fifth Element too. If you want to kick back to last year's fake Horr-Gasm month, we definitely did it then.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to do a month this year, just a
Luke
day.
Besson-a-thon.
Yes. Oh, that'd be a great a-thon.
Right?
Oh, that'd be good.
I would get on that a-thon.
100%.
Oh, gosh. Good. Good movie.
Yeah.
Fun.
But, we didn't talk about this. We should have.
Right. Kill a Flick.
Yes, we didn't talk about this. What do you think?
Jeez.
You know what? Let's do it live.
Let's just hash it out.
Let's hash it out right now. So
who died? Leon, Stanfield.
You know what? I would give...
Dad, the kid, her whole family, basically.
I think I would give the kill of the flick to the stepmom.
Interesting, because she's in the tub, right?
She's in the tub.
Yep.
And it goes right through her.
Yes.
Through chest, to the bottom of the tub, and you see the bloody water leaking out the back.
That's good. That's a good
I
one.
like
I'll
that
agree
one.
with you that.
It's very she also got the bubbles, so it's a little tasteful.
Yes.
Also, there's a good. It's a very brief sex scene in this movie. You get some boobs, but
it is very, very brief. Yeah, between Matilda's mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
When he's freaking out because he knows you're coming, he can't explain where the money went, where the cocaine went,
where the drugs
go.
Where the drugs?
But I suggest that one. Do you have one you'd like this movie or?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
I mean, I love the dual death of Leon and Stansfield.
And
I think that was really cool. But you don't actually see anything, right?
No.
Which is why I would still give it to Matilda's mom.
Impact-wise, it's a great ending.
Absolutely.
It's a great ending.
Yes.
But...
Yeah, and I think Icky's signaling us it's time to end here. But
yeah, she's peeking for someone outside.
It's heckin' supper time. Yeah, it's heckin' supper time.
Yeah.
Well, next week... we're watching a fun one. We're watching The Lighthouse.
I have not seen this.
I have. It is slow. It's a slow burn, but you know how much I love slow burns.
Yeah.
And it's a good movie. You get to see mermaid vaginas.
Whoa.
You get to hear, main characters talk about farts a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
I looked into it. It's got a pretty good cast.
It does. It's just basically Robert Pattinson and
William Dafoe.
Yes, William Dafoe.
I love
me
some
basically
Dafoe.
it.
Dafoe is he's a great actor.
As soon as I saw oh my God, what's the one where he plays the cop? Boondock Saints.
Oh yes.
Love Boondock Saints.
Maybe for a future fake Horr-Gasm, we should watch the Boondock Saints. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us this week. This episode was brought to you by our barking executive producer, Ichabod, and our head of talent relations, Anarchy. We hope you enjoyed your Horr-Gasm as much as we did. Please don't forget to rate, download, and subscribe. She's mad that we're taking so long.
Yep.
Also, like and follow us on Facebook at Horr-Gasm Podcast, Instagram at Horr-Gasm, Twitter at Gasm Horror, and YouTube at the Horr-Gasm Podcast. Oh, and Twitch at Horr-Gasm Games. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm trying to go fast, guys. If you have a movie you'd like us to review, this is the best way to let us know. We hope to see you again next week because we have such sights to show you. Plenty of Horr-Gasms for you to experience.
See ya.
Bye!